You're probably wondering why you clicked on a Transformer video and got a Kamen Rider. Well, that is because this got me thinking about things. So, for the very first time, Premium Bandai has offered an actual Kamen Rider toy to an American audience, and it happened to be this one, the Mastermind Japan Cross Kamen Rider 50th Anniversary Special Collaboration SH Figuarts Shinko Seiho Master Rider 1 Black version. Rolls right off the tongue. So this is in conjunction with a design, with a design company in Japan named Mastermind Japan, who got the opportunity to do whatever deco they wanted on the recent Kamen Rider Ichigo figure art, and they opted for black, and then some more black and more black on top of that, and maybe a little bit of black here instead, and just to shake things up, a little bit of light black. This looked terrible to me. As the very first offering to American fans, to gauge whether or not American fans would actually want Kamen Rider toys made available through Premium Bandai, I felt like this was a terrible, terrible foot forward, because I think it looks so boring, and it comes with a stage that features the company logo of a company that doesn't exist in America. Luckily, it did sell out, so good for it. I guess that tells Bandai we want actual toys. But it did get me to thinking about designer Transformer toys, and designer toys in general, where they let someone from outside the company start working on a figure, and it always comes out bizarre. Like, it's always weird. So we're going to look through a bunch from Transformer history. So if you like the video, remember to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and if you're so inclined to help the channel survive, consider $1 or $2 in my Patreon. It's very appreciated when you do. So we're going to start off with the Calvin Johnson Megatron, and this one actually looks really, really good. Okay, I'm not going to argue on this one whatsoever. It's a little bit Galvatron, it's a little bit Megatron. It does look very, very nice. Of all the collaborative efforts that are just like straight up repaints, I think this is the one that looks the best. Though I'm also not entirely sure of its origins, because this was a Nike tie-in, kind of inspired by the actual football player who was nicknamed Megatron. His autograph is tampographed on it. I don't know if Nike designed it, if he designed it, if this was just something Hasbro designed on request. So I'm just kind of putting it at the front here just to show they're not all bad. They're not all bad, but I'm not quite sure on the origins of this one, so I can't really say. Let's look at something also sports related, and So, this is Atmos Safari, LeBron James edition, Optimus Prime MP10. It's not the only time we'll see MP10 on this list. So, bright yellow, tan boots, and then some sort of gray cheetah stripe across the center. It's designed after shoes that Atmos sold that were designed for LeBron James. And it makes such a awkward looking Optimus. It does kind of like, there are a few yellow Optimus Primes in the past. It does kind of pull a little bit of distinction from that. It's that salmon, like beige, fleshy hands and head that is just like a little bit unsettling. Like, it's just that right shade of color to go, that doesn't really look like metal. I can't pretend that that's metal. This is a bizarre one. Oh, it's going to get weirder. But, I thought we'd at least go from football to basketball here just to keep it a little bit thematic. How about this lovely piece? I think this is the most recent. This is the J Balvin Soundwave, or Balvintron. This one is reggae inspired, and okay, definitely reggae colors, especially with the rainbow across the crest, the bright yellow. Like, I kind of get that and see that. I don't know if a transforming toy is a good canvas sometimes, it looks very knockoff. I think bright yellow in large quantities instantly makes the toy look very knockoff and very cheap looking. And like the powder blue is also not helping that in my own personal head. Yeah, and then like random tampagraphs tend to be like just a throw. What's weird about this What's really weird about the release is that he actually doesn't have his traditional weapons. They completely omitted the traditional launcher and like the battery-shaped cannons, including his shoulder cannon. Like that's gone. And that's like a core piece of Soundwave's design. No. We got repaints of Jetfire's gun. Siege Jetfire's gun is part of this, as well as 2 rainbow-colored blast effects, which is... I don't know if I've seen a Transformer whose where the molds that came from it came such huge gaps of time apart. It's like 35 years difference between the first Soundwave tooling and Siege Jetfire. It's insane. It's bizarre. We're going to continue bizarre because the buzzsaw he comes with, all straight white, yellow, a little bit of yellow on what would have been the diecast parts, and then just lightning bolts and weird designs. I don't know. I don't know at this point. Yeah, this just like striking like visually is probably the weirdest one on the list. But I wanted to get out of the way because it's so recent. We do have others to look at, and Soundwave also is not. This is not the only time a musician has redesigned Soundwave, because they gave the opportunity to Linkin Park. Now, I know when a lot of these designers get their hands on these toys and the opportunity to paint them in whatever color scheme they want, they pretty much just go with their brand colors. You know, put it on our brand colors and put a logo on it. That's really all they want to do. Could you do something else? He looks like a prototype. It's just straight gold. And more gold, and a little bit more gold. And thankfully, it's not swirly gold. It's very light gold. But still, it doesn't look like a toy. It doesn't look like a Transformer. Now, I'm sure there's people who own this and love it. I mean, it definitely is unique. I'll give it that. I mean, it's the easiest way to get something that looks like a lucky draw figure without actually having to be super lucky or super rich in order to afford one. No, this is just odd. This is just incredibly odd. And it continues because this was the commemorative edition that got all of the cassettes, and all of the cassettes are the exact same way. Flat gold. Just flat gold all the way around. It looks so bad. It looks so bad. None of them look finished. It looks like Linkin Park was just like, we like gold. Just make it gold and then, yeah, whatever. Looks like no one tried. It looks like no one tried. This I think is like at least like the most boring. At least like this and this is interesting. This is eye-catching. This looks like an afterthought. This just doesn't look like anyone was trying that day. So that's like when we get a musician to do a Transformer. Then there are other companies like Mastermind Japan where they just want to throw their logo all over stuff. Case in point, a bathing ape. Already an interesting name for a company. Bathing Ape, or Bape, just wanted to do their logo on some weird camo designs of Optimus Primes in the past. Now, you're going to put an Optimus Prime in two-tone green. You're going to make a fan out of me that way. It is super bizarre to see the leader of the Autobots proudly wearing the brand of a bathing ape, just like a big gorilla silhouette head on his shoulder. Truck and a little bit monkey. That's all I can really get here. And they went ape on this, so to speak. Here's the all gray one. At least that looks like proper camo. He looks dead. That's the problem of doing a gray Optimus Prime. They look dead. And then we have a bright red as well. And this is another one of those, where is your camo hiding? What nuclear waste disaster are you actually disguising yourself in? And Bape did not stop there. Bape was not content to put all these weird color schemes on a G1 Prime. No, let's go to Masterpiece. And once again, Optimus just looks like... It looks like It looks like they found the body of Optimus Prime and just threw their logo on it, like they were claiming his corpse or something. This is another one where I'm just like, really? No one thought this out. No one looked at this and went, maybe we should make it just a little bit interesting. And at least this one's got the camo around. This one doesn't have a trailer to put the camo on, so they put the camo around the stripe instead. Which again, it's weird to have just camo on one section. One section of me, you like here's the top half of the truck and here's the bottom half of the truck, but through the middle, disguised all day. Can't see it. Can't see the middle of that truck. So weird. And yeah, they kept doing it. There's a red one too. There's a green one. There was like a yellow one. Like they wanted to do. They announced so many of these at the same time. Is just no. Like I don't even know why they were so intent on doing just Optimus Prime. Well, I know why they're doing Optimus Prime, but I don't know why they just keep doing the same thing over and over again. Even if it's doing well, you'd figure someone's going to get bored of it eventually, right? I mean, there's only so far you can go. And these aren't even the weirdest ones. We have to go back to Atmos for that. And this duck camo version. You ever see one of those like prize figures they do in Japan where they let kids take marker to a toy or a sketch of a toy and go like, the winner gets a toy that looks exactly like their drawing, and it's always in super random, bizarre, nonsensical colors. That's this! Two-tone green is fine, but two-tone green, like, switch back and forth beside is just bizarre. And then, like, whatever this, like, pink chrome and, like, pink intakes and things like, ugh, and brown head. This is brown head. This is by far the weirdest looking Prime I think I've ever seen. It's just... One, I didn't realize the molds were broken up so much. Like, that's actually, like, kind of weird that you were able to do it. Like, the left shoulder and the left shoulder and the right arm can be the same plastic colors than their corresponding forearm and shoulder. That's bizarre. That's so bizarre. Yeah, I'm not terribly a fan of this. This is just one of the strangest ones I've ever seen. And here's the thing. A lot of these like companies that get to do their own Transformer, a lot of these celebrities get to do their own Transformer, they come up with some crazy, weird, and odd things that you never see at a store. They stand out. They are at least unique, I give it that, but they certainly don't look like Transformers anymore. However, there is one occasion where it actually worked out fine. Like, they let people of some level of fame design Transformers, and it actually looked okay. They looked like actual competent toys. And strangely enough, I have to go to Kiss Players to find that. Of all series to actually bring some sanity to this concept, no, it's Kiss Players. Because they let the voice actresses for the main three females actually design cassette formers. And look, they're fine. Here's Rosanna. Like, she looks fine. Two-tone pink, some hits of blue, looks fine. It's a very feminine design, but it's made by a girl. I'm not really shocked. But also gives Blaster a female. Oh, and it's not Flip Sides, by the way. Different character, just happens to also be pink. Yeah, I have no problem with Rosanna. Looks fine. Even the cassette mode is just kind of like normal cassette labels. Name, hearts. Fine. Nothing wrong with that. How about Glit? Glit, who would also become more famous as Shattered Glass Ravage at some point. And Glit is again fine. Blue, the white hits of blue, the chrome blue, dash of yellow here. Looks absolutely fine. I like how it looks. And I like the little bit of medic spin on this, too. He's got the cross going, which we can't have in American toys. But yeah, he looks fine. Fine. Nothing wrong with Glit. And then Sundor looks absolutely cool. Like, two-tone orange and then the gold. I mean, it sticks to that one color palette, but it's a very hot color scheme. I like how it contrasts with the other two, which are very kind of soft palettes. This one looks like in your face, and it's different. It's different from other laser beaks that we have gotten in the past. This is cool. I really, really like this. I love the cassette style. This is the only cassette that didn't have the name of the character on it, oddly enough. But I do like the sun logos like striking through. It looks cool. Again, out of KISS players is where I have to go to find some semblance of sanity in the whole idea of letting designers and Transformer fans and celebrities come up with color schemes for Transformers. It's so bizarre to me that as big as Transformers are, the only thing these companies want to do is throw a logo on them and random colors. Like, I would love just once, like, find some noteworthy Transformer fans in the realm of celebrity and let them design whatever they want and let it come out however they think would look cool, rather than just asking them, can we stamp your logo on a toy? You know, that would be nice. But you know what? It's all, at the end of the day, it's all promotional items, so it's probably only going to be that from now on forever. But that is a look at when an outside force helps create Transformers. Bizarreness happens. That's what happens. Maybe it's good because it stands out. Maybe it's bad because they look terrible most of the time. But hey, I know people who love all of the toys we just mentioned. So you know what? Obviously they have an audience, and I'm not going to tell them they're wrong. If you like it, that's perfectly cool. Nothing wrong with that. Seriously, what is this duck camo? What is this? What is duck camo even? How is this hiding from a duck? Like, don't. I have nothing. I have nothing. Guys, I am facing the most powerful enemy any YouTuber can face, the algorithm, and I need your help to defeat him. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. Every time you do, we attack that algorithm and we drive it back until it can no longer defeat this channel. Thank you very much.